and workplaces. Many of us have turned inward to find out more about ourselves. All of the events in this conference, including this annual meeting, have been designed to help us along our journeys of individual and collective success while reconnecting us with others who reinforce our inherent goodness and uplift and support us. Sister Brenda Sharif, our honored national president, has done an excellent job keeping us all connected, grounded, and focused, even through turbulent times. To that end, I introduce Sister Brenda, who will lead us through today's annual meeting.
Okay, thank you, Sister Farah. At this time, I would like to introduce Sister Anissa Hanif, our International Sergeant at Arms.
Assalamu alaikum. Madam President, the meeting is called to order. We have a quorum.
All right, alhamdulillah. Thank you so very much, Sister Anisha. And at this time, as president of the International League of Muslim Women, I call our meeting to order.
Thank you, Sister Brenda. And to start our meeting off, I would like to introduce our International Board. We have Twanur Barbour. She serves as a regional coordinator. Next. Hey, Twanur. Next, we have Sister Carolyn. Wa alaikum assalam. Next, we have Sister Carolyn Alameen. She's also a regional coordinator and also the president of the New England chapter. Next, we have Anissa Hanif, Sergeant at Arms for our board. And next, we have Dr. Quadria Dedman. She's our international treasurer. And also Zakia Hassan, she's our assistant international treasurer. And next we have Sister Linda Muhammad Furquan. She's our international corresponding secretary. And next we have Adria Shahid. She's our international recording secretary. And then we have Victoria Ali. She's our assistant recording secretary. And next we have Steve Muhammad. She's our international vice president, also the president of the Philadelphia chapter. And last but certainly not least, we have Sister Brenda Sharif, our international president. And Sister Brenda, take it away.
All right, alhamdulillah. At this time, sisters, I would like to have the reading of our July 2021 minutes. Sister Adria, please. And sisters, while we are waiting for Sister Adria to come forward, know that our minutes will be on the screen, and you can take the opportunity to read through them as Sister Adria will read them, inshallah.
Sister Adria, are you able to see those minutes on the screen?
Unmute yourself.
Sister Adria, we're not able to hear you. Make sure your computer is your computer is not on mute.
Yeah, it shows that she's unmuted. I don't know why we can't hear her. Do you need to turn it up, Adria? Turn your computer volume up.
Assalamu alaikum.
Here we-
Sisters,
Here we go.
all right, very good.
Thank you for your patience.
Mhm.
Can we make that a little bigger, please? Thank you. Our annual meeting of 2021, A Better Vision, Aim, Activate Your Inherent Mastery, July 18th, 2021, 10 a.m. CST time. Our Mistress of Ceremonies was Vicky Bashir. Call to order was International President Brenda Sharif. Our opening prayer was from Carolyn Elamine. Our Mistress of Ceremonies was Vicky Bashir to introduce the Board of Directors. Our mission statement. TILMW Incorporated is a 501c3 nonprofit women's organization grounded in Islamic tenets throughout the United States, utilizing collective resources to promote empowerment through philanthropy and humanitarian work, service and volunteerism, and educational research and development that will enable individuals and families alike to see opportunities instead of obstacles in the enrichment of their world. We have the can you scroll, please? With the welcoming from Sister Varshti Muhammad. Of course, we read the mission statement. The motions, the actions that took place, motions passed May 2020 to June 2021, our fiscal year. Our treasury report was passed. The motion was passed with corrections. Motion passed May 2021, June 2022. Our proposed budget was passed. Updates were given by the International President, Sister Brenda Sharif. A scholarship committee award presentation and report was given. The Angelique Sahira Muhammad Scholarship Award of $500 was given to Sister Nile Rihanna Williams. The motion was passed to accept the report of the scholarship committee, The Washington, D.C. chapter will host the 2022 28th Annual Conference. The motion was passed to adjourn the meeting. Our closing prayer was from Sister Tenora Barbour, and the closing time was 11:21 a.m. Central Standard Time. Respectively submitted, Adria Shahid.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much, Sister Adria. At this time, I will call for any corrections or comments to our minutes. Okay, if none, I will ask for a motion to accept our minutes as presented.
I, Carolyn Elamine, make a motion that we accept the minutes as read.
All right, could we have a second, please?
I, Zakia
Shauna
Hassan.
Matthews, second.
Could you please repeat that?
Rashana Khalik Matthews, second.
All right, it's been moved and properly second that we accept our July 2021 annual conference minutes. And at this time, all sisters, we will need to have the call for a vote. Sister Sergeant at Arms, please explain the process.
Assalamu
Alaikum.
alaikum. All the eligible voters, when you vote, just raise your use the icon, the reaction icon, just raise your hand. So those that are eligible to vote should already know.
All right, I believe Sister Anisha, the sisters who are eligible to vote will have a V as in victory in front of their names.
Okay.
And sister, how long do they have to cast their vote?
3 minutes.
You say 1 minute?
3 minutes.
And so, sisters, please cast your votes. Are we having a little stumbling block here with the voting? Sister Adria, Sister Anisha.
This Adrian, I don't know. I'm looking, I don't see it.
Sisters, please remain patient with us. Technology, but we are, a motion has been made, a second, and we are at the point where we need all active members who have the letter V as in victory in front of your name to please cast your ballot using the icons at the bottom of your screen. Go to reactions. You can raise your hand for if you accept the motion.
Sister Brenda,
Yes.
I have someone that is on a device that has voted, and I think it's Moto G Power. Not sure who that is. So whoever that is, if you could please tell us your name so that we can put your name here so that you're able to vote.
Thank you.
Sister, that is one of the voting, that's the treasurer from Philadelphia.
The Moto G Power.
Yes, ma'am. She wasn't able to correct it.
Okay, what is her name?
Zakia Wahid
Okay, thank you.
Rahuf,
All right.
R-A-U-F.
Yes, ma'am, I got it. Thank you.
Madam
Al-
President, time is up.
Also, Sister Q is a voting member.
Voted.
That's Quanique Jenkins.
I've already changed her name and she has voted.
Okay, thank you.
No
All
problem.
right. Do we have any results, sisters? Sister Adria and Sister Anisha?
I voted. Okay. Right now, we have 24 is the majority. The motion passed. 4
For the motion for accepting
yes.
our 2021 minutes.
We have people that use several emojis. So the total of people that have accepted is 28 and 1 denied. So the motion is passed to accept the minutes of 2021 annual meeting.
All right, and I shall repeat. We have 28 for and 1 no. Is that correct? And the motion carries. And at this time, we will thank you so much, sisters, for your efforts and for your patience. Okay, let us move forward to the financial reports with our Treasury team, Dr. Debna and Sister Zakia.
Assalamu alaikum, League sisters. Wanted to give you all the Treasury report for the 2021-2022 fiscal year. Our beginning balance as of June the 1st, 2021, that should be 2021, was $31,293.68. We had an income of $12,232.96, and that income included national dues of $9,250, bank interest of 26 cents, conference, which would have been registrations, that would have been $2,700. And we also had merchant fees of $282.70. So that brought that income balance to $12,232.96. As far as expenses, our expenses totaled $4,016.74. Included in those expenses were postage and delivery of $121.48. State fees, which are our incorporation documents that we have to file every year, that was $20.46. We had travel, where we had the international president and the regional director to visit chapters, their established chapters, and those chapters that are being established, and that totaled $953.02. We had an advertisement to the Time to Be Grateful of $250. And we had donations to the Mali Institute of $200. Conference committee that has been put out as far as expended out would have been $1,332.70. That included the merchant fees from last year, as well as for the virtual conference of last year, honorariums of $1,000. Public relations, marketing, and technology, we spent $639.08. and that was on the Zoom as well as the electronic newsletter communications. And last, we had Education Committee that we expended $500, and that was for the scholarship recipient of Now Williams. So again, the expenses for last year were $4,016.74. As far as the total account balance as of May the 31st, 2022 was $39,509.90. And that concludes the report of the Treasury report for the last fiscal year.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you so very much. At this time, the floor is open for any questions, corrections, or comments.
Don't forget to change the date.
Yes, ma'am, I will correct that. Thank you very much.
Right, alhamdulillah.
Can we go back to the top of the screen at the beginning?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I was just trying to zoom in. Okay, for the income of June. So our fiscal year is June.
Yes, ma'am. Our fiscal year with the IRS is June 1st through May 31st of every year.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Do we have any more questions, comments, or corrections? If not, could we have a motion to accept our 2021-2022 Treasurer's Report with corrections?
Treasurer's report is submitted for audit with said corrections.
Who is that?
Hameen from South Florida chapter.
Your full name, please.
Sarah Afra Hameen, the South Florida chapter.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Afra. Could we have a second?
This is Sister Varsity. I second the motion.
All right, it's been moved and properly second that we accept our 2021-2022 Treasurer's Report with corrections. And now, sisters, would you please vote?
Madam President, I have a correction. You only have 1 minute. I apologize. I had my timer on 1 minute, but I said 3, but it's 1 minute to vote. Apologize.
Thank you. Thank you, Sister Anisha. Sisters, take this opportunity and vote.
Can someone please check and see Zaki was dropped so she can vote? Tell me.
I got it.
You got it now.
Sister Sergeant at Arms, how is our time?
7 seconds. Voting stopped.
All right, alhamdulillah. Sister Adria, could you please provide us with the results of the vote?
Yes, the results of the vote is 30 approved and 1 denied.
Thank you very much. And so the final results.
Sister
30,
Brenda, I want to make
yes.
a correction. It was 30 raised hands and 1 yes. So it's 31.
So,
Please repeat that.
It is 30 hands raised and 1 yes. Check mark is a yes. So it is 30. It's 31 altogether for yes.
All right, alhamdulillah. It may, I'm going to stop right here. It may be that we all need to use the same method of casting our vote. Let us use the raised hand, inshallah. Thank you, sisters. So going back, The motion carried with 31 votes for acceptance and no dissent. Thank you so very much, sisters. At this time, continuing.
Point of question, Sister Brenda.
Yes.
There are several voting members who are not doing anything. How are we handling that? Are we looking at it as a non-vote or as an abstention?
And you are saying that in relation to
the reactions that we have the opportunity to all utilize, and we have a V in front of our name, and there's no reaction whatsoever from several members.
All right, and that is based on the numbers that we have in participation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and to whom am I speaking?
This is Sister Naima Karen Gall.
All right, Sister Karen, I appreciate that.
Naima Karen Gall, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Sister Naima, thank you very much for that observation. And at this time, sisters, we are strongly encouraging you. This is your right as an active dues paying member to vote. If you have the opportunity to vote, if you are having a challenge determining how to make it happen, please let us know so that we can move the process forward. This is one aspect that so many of us wanted for many years, was the ability to vote. And we have that ability now. Please, sisters, please, look, activate your inherent mastery, sisters. AIM, vote, vote.
Madam President, this is
Yes.
Sister Afra. May I speak, please?
Yes, ma'am, you are recognized.
Thank you. According to parliamentary procedures, a member can choose not to vote, and it is considered an abstention. It does not count for or against the vote. The vote count goes with the majority of who voted, just so that everybody understands. And I appreciate you encouraging us to vote, but that's an option that we all can take.
And that is point well taken. Thank you so much, Sister Afra. And I'm sure that all heard that with clarity. So at this time, we have had a vote and we will move forward with our agenda. And at this time, I would like to ask our Treasury team to present our 2022-2023 proposed budget.
Yes, ma'am. And so the Treasury team presented this budget to the board, and the board went through item by item as to what we would like to allocate.
I'm sorry, pardon the interruption. We cannot hear you.
One thing, you have feedback on, I'm hearing feedback, so that may be an issue. So one of your devices will have to be turned off on mute.
I know, you're very low. I need you to move to the mic closer.
I am at the mic, so I'm gonna need for you to look at the your feedback on your computer, okay? All right, so as far as the proposed budget, we had went to the board, and this is what we are putting in place for the next year as our income and our expenses. Our income, we had totaling of $20,156. We have national dues. We currently we anticipated 100 active members, which is the reason why we were asking for the chapter annual dues reports to be sent in. Also, the education committee, $2,000. We have a bank interest of $1, conference fees of $4,680, income of $1,375 for the board retreat. And then we also had merchant and bank fees coming in to give us that total. As far as our total of expenses, we have $22,610, and that included the supplies and consumables, the printing of the trifolds, postage and delivery, the board retreat, inshallah, if we're in person, the state fees, which is the incorporation fees, the 501c preparation or tax fees. We have our 501c3, but we still have to turn in other paperwork. Our bonding insurance fees of $1,000, our bank fees of $100, consultant fees of $500, travel $2,500, advertisement of $700, bereavement of $1,500, donations of $800. Again, this is going out to outreach programs such as Sister Claire Muhammad School and additional organizations. Conference committee, $4,400. Public relations, $3,485. The education committee, $2,100. Membership committee, $500, and social services committee, $500. So our beginning balances for the beginning of the year is $39,662.21. Our total income for next year is $20,156 with expenses of $22,610, which would give us a budget balance of $35,967.16. As of right now, we do have a scholarship allocation of $1,241.05 that is not included into the administrative expenses that is earmarked. Let's put it that way. It is earmarked for scholarship, so that would be subtracted out of the total budget balance for scholarship. And so that concludes the proposed budget, Madam Chair.
All right, thank you very much. The floor is open for any questions or comments regarding the proposed budget. If there are none, could we have a motion to accept our 2022-2023 proposed budget?
I, Karen Gall, Sister Naima Karen Gall, proposed that we accept the proposed budget for the International League of Muslim Women.
Alhamdulillah, could we have a second, please?
I second. This is Linda Farkan.
It's been moved and properly second that we accept excuse me, sisters. It's been moved and properly second that we accept the proposed 2022-2023 proposed budget. All those in favor, please vote. And I might say, not necessarily all those in favor, but sisters, just cast your vote. Cast your vote.
Voting stop.
All right, alhamdulillah. Thank you, Sister Anisha. Sister Adria, will you please provide us with the results of the vote?
Results at this moment, they keep jumping back and forth for some reason, is 28 approved.
All right, and so we have 28 votes to accept the proposed 2022-2023 budget. Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much, sisters. Definitely appreciate all of your efforts. At this time, I would like to say again, Assalamu alaikum. To all of you magnificent sisters of the International League of Muslim Women. You know, our theme, Hayya ala Falah, is a true expression of liveliness, of energy, of being awakened to the work and the fullness of our responsibility that we need to complete internally and externally. Our 2021-2022 platform of AIM, activating your inherent mastery. My sisters, I am convinced, I know that each one of us has within us buried treasure. We have seeds that have not come to fruition. And we need to be cultivating them, sisters, every day for the benefit of ourselves, our community, our organization, our world, our world. In 2021-2022, we produced many fruits as the International League of Muslim Women. And I'll say, sisters, it's been very demanding, yet it's been encouraging. Challenging, yes, but very productive. And I would like very much for you all to really get the benefit of that productivity when we move forward with our annual meeting. And I know you will be very, very proud witnessing this. However, you know, we heard your call. COVID, you know, somewhat put a damper on our activity, our movement. And we established an opportunity to let you know that we heard you and that we are responding to your call for love, for care, for concern, for sisterhood, for communication. And so we established the chapter checkups. Some were virtual and a few were in person. Many of the checkups that we had involved chapters New England, District of Columbia, the DC chapter, the capital, Rochester, South Florida, Philadelphia, New England, and we are continuing with those chapter checkups in this fiscal year. And sisters, because the word of your good works and your goodly spirit and the mission and the vision that we have as the International League of Muslim Women, I want to take this opportunity and welcome our newest chapter in the International League of Muslim Women. And sisters who are on the technology, if you are able to spotlight the president, Sister Anisa Abdullah of the New Jersey chapter. Give them, my sisters, a warm welcome, a great hand clap.
Allahu Akbar.
Okay, Allahu Akbar. And my sisters, I will say this.
Allahu Akbar.
The New England chapter comes to us with 30 active members.
Allah, alhamdulillah,
It is my understanding from Sister President Anisa that they could have more. Yeah, but guess what, sisters? Sometimes Allah gives us the opportunity to work fully with who and what we have in order to cultivate and produce the fruits that we need to so that they are viable and they are lasting. So we say again, welcome to you, the New Jersey chapter. I'm sure that we will be hearing from you in the future in bigger and better ways. Alhamdulillah. And so, sisters, as we continue to establish our ongoing culture of mastery of ourselves, of our organization, of our community, we continue to connect with like-minded organizations. The board, your board, welcomed Imam Bashir Ali, the national convener of imams, who presented to us the Islamic Leadership and Development Program, okay, designed for all interested and committed Muslims. We, the International League of Muslim Women, is proud to say and to recognize that we have two of our own league sisters who are in the inaugural class of Islamic Leadership and Development Program, Alhamdulillah. And if any of you all are aware of this program, read on it. They will produce an actual degree, okay? And they will be excellent in the areas of their commitment. Again, alhamdulillah, for those sisters who are participating. Again, the International League of Muslim Women was represented at the Era of Woman, EOW, an intergenerational Muslim-based organization. Okay, and their first day of prayer, National Day of Prayer, was held in Atlanta, Georgia. And our president, our Atlanta, Georgia president, represented the league in the best manner. Our league was interviewed, spreading the goodly word about our organization on the podcast New Freedom Exchange, interviewed by Sister Marsha, Brother Dean, and Imam Bilal Hassan. Inshallah, some of you all may have seen or heard it. Sisters, what we produce is valued, and we continue to be welcomed on the radio show Words Make People, hosted by Imam Mikhail Sahir. The call to service, sisters, is internal and external. Your commitment and your knowledge, your valuable skills are needed. We need you to help us make a real sustainable impact within our chapters, within our communities, cities, and sisters, the world. We are international. Again, my sisters, I say, activate your inherent mastery. Aim high. May Allah, God, direct us in the developing qualities which embrace right thinking towards cultivating right leadership for the benefit of productive community life. Ameen. My sisters, as we continue with our annual meeting, I will ask Sister Vicky Bashir if she will continue with her responsibility. All right, thank you very much. Moving forward with new, we want to find out first, do we have any unfinished business, sisters? If not, we are going to move to our new business. And the first item of new business, sisters, are our national committee reports. And at this time, I would like to ask Sister Vicky Bashir with the membership committee to give their presentation. Sister Vicky.
Thank you. Okay, sorry, I had trouble coming off of mute. Okay, so the membership committee is chaired by myself and Dr. Rashana Khalid Madyun. And some of the things that we were able to accomplish this past fiscal year, we created a survey and we published the results. We submitted corrections or updates for the policies and procedures that pertain to membership and new chapters. We designed a membership card for our members. Inshallah, that distribution process will be forthcoming. We do have those. But the COVID, that's another byproduct of COVID, the delayed in getting those distributed. So please be patient with us. We assisted with fine tuning the process for becoming a new chapter. So we worked closely with regional directors and coordinators to get that chapter up and running in New Jersey. Inshallah, for the future, we want to continue updating the membership application process. And in doing this, we will be partnering with the Education Committee. We will continue to work on a welcome package for new chapters. And we would also like to recruit 2 additional hardworking sisters who want to join Dr. Rashawn and myself in this effort. So if you're interested, please give that information to your president and she'll see that it is passed to us. So thank you. That concludes my report for the membership committee, our report.
Alhamdulillah. Just a point of a process, sisters. If you have any questions, we will entertain questions for the committees at the end of the presentations. So if you could hold your questions, you can type them in the chat as you like. Next, we will have our Education Committee, Sister Varsity Mohammed.
Assalamu alaikum. The Educational Committee consists of Sister Caroline Elamin, Sister Naima Gale, Dr. Afra Hamid, Sister Farah Shakur Bridges, and Sister Kimberly Spear, who is unable to be with us today. Here are your updates. Since meeting in 2021, we have identified and presented and implemented the core values of the organization at our annual conference last year in 2021. We developed and made the presentation of the toolkit, which you'll hear further notice about. We have re-established the Angelique Sahara Mohammed Scholarship, and we have awarded our first scholarship last year at our annual conference. Our upcoming projects are, we are in the process of printing and distribution of the toolkits to all of our active registered voting members. We are working on documentation of TILMW, her story, which will include each chapter history. We're also working on implementing innovative scholarship fundraising initiatives, and those initiatives that we will be working on for the upcoming year: continuation of the Amazon Smiles project, our annual local connections with you. Each chapter, you will hear more about that. And we're planning on initiating our virtual Red Hat Luncheon fundraiser. This concludes the Education Committee report. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah, thank you. All right, and next we will have the Publicity, Marketing, and Technology Committee.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Carolyn Elamin. We have the Public Relations Marketing Committee members consist of Sakima Abdul Sabur, Dr. Quadrira Debnan, and myself, Carolyn Elamin, as chair. Our updates. The International League of Muslim Inc. Requested the opportunity to begin submitting periodic articles to the Muslim Journal in September 2021. The Public Relations Marketing submits articles to Muslim Journal quarterly. Each article will include a concise history of the local chapter, a description of the local outreach program in its relation to our mission and vision statements, the interrelationship of Quran and Hadith and Imam Warthi Muhammad's vision for our community's development. The first article was submitted in January of this year from the Columbus, Ohio chapter. Our second article was submitted in May 2022 from the New England chapter. And I hope you have been able to read those articles. Upcoming projects, continuing the rotation of chapter articles to the Muslim Journal. The international president, Sister Brenda, will give a TILMW presentation on spreading the good news, which is a new program associated with the Study Al-Islam started by Sister Fitra Muhammad. She's the executive director of Study Al-Islam. And this program will be on Sunday, September the 18th, 2022 at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 9 o'clock Central. We're still looking for recruiting additional members to the Public Relations Committee. We're looking for hardworking sisters who would like to join our efforts with branding, TILMW, and technology. Thank you so much for your attention. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Thank you so very much, Sister Carolyn. Our fourth National Committee report, Sister Adria and the Social Services Committee.
Yes, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Social Service Committee consists of Sister Tanora Barbour, Zakia Hassan, and myself. Updates of the Social Service Committee. We have educated members on various social programs, services available, along with tips on how each chapter can use this information in service to their local chapter and community. We've contributed monthly social service holidays, events consistently since October 2020 through electronic newsletter via Constant Contact and now the Calling Post electronic newsletter. Upcoming projects. The Social Service Committee continues to keep our members informed and up to date of what's happening nationally, internationally, in the social service arena. And yes, we are recruiting additional hardworking sisters who would like to join our efforts. This concludes the Social Services report.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Sister Adria. At this time, I would like to ask if we have any questions for any of the committee chairs. Do we have any questions in the chat? All right, if not, I would like to, yes, ma'am.
This is Sister Q, Quanique Jenkins, DC chapter.
Yes, ma'am.
As far as the education committee, I saw that she had mentioned fundraisers. Will the fundraisers be put across the board so that we're able to see what works and what doesn't work?
Okay, Sister Varsity. Sister Varsity.
I'm sorry, can you repeat her question?
I was asking, I saw that on the education committee, it was talking about fundraisers. It was referring to fundraisers. And my question was, would it be put across the league so that we can see that what maybe works and doesn't work? Like what's a real go-getter and what's a, nah, that's not gonna work.
Okay, the way that the fundraisers, yes, to answer your question. However, those projects were based off of a proposal that was submitted to the board. And those were 3 of the items that the board has elected to move forward with this year.
Okay.
In the past, the scholarship, we have done the T-shirt fundraiser, and we have exceeded those funds in the goal that we have set. We did actually exceeded those goals. Most of our project, we have done the T-shirts, and last year was the first fundraiser actually. So this year we're hoping that we will continue to exceed with our goals. That's why we increased the scholarship from 1,000, if you realize in the proposed budget, from 500 to 1,000.
Yes, I saw that.
To answer your question, yes, we will definitely at the annual meeting let all the members know how we have done with those fundraisers. Each chapter will receive more information once the dates have been set for these fundraisers, and you will be able to participate equally across the board. Did that answer your question?
That it did. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah. Shukran for the question.
Okay. Alhamdulillah. Thank you so very much, sisters. All right. If there are no more questions for our committees, I would like for there to be a motion to accept all of our committee reports.
Madam President, this is Sister Afra from the South Florida chapter. I move that we accept the international committee reports as presented.
All right. Could we have a second, please?
This is Sister Q Quanique Jenkins from Washington, D.C. chapter. I second the motion.
It's been moved and properly second that we accept the international committee reports. And at this time, sisters, could we all vote?
I'm not. Sister Rashad, oh, it did raise. I was trying to raise and it didn't raise. Okay.
4 seconds. Oh, please stop.
All right,
Voting stop.
Thank you very much. Voting has stopped. Sister Adria, could you please provide us with the results?
The results is 27 votes, motion to approve these committees.
All right. And so we have the vote, and the vote is the majority to approve and accept the international committee reports. Thank you so very much, sisters. We have a full agenda. We have 2 more items of new business, so we are going to try to move this along as expeditiously as we can. Our second item of business, new business, is the presentation of the revised mission statement. Sister Varsity Muhammad will present this.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
It's not on the screen.
Could we pull up the proposed and revised mission statement, please?
Give me one moment, please.
Yes, thank you.
You can go ahead and start talking about it, though.
Yes, go ahead, Sister Varsity. We'll pull it up.
Sure. It was brought to our attention that for clarity and for clarity's sake in the reading of our mission statement, that we needed to revisit what we have in place and just kind of make it easier for our members to follow and understand the wording of our mission. So if you take a look at the old mission, which was read to you at the beginning of their annual conference when the secretary read the minutes, and you can compare it to the new proposed change, which is nothing minor, nothing major, it's very minor, but just wanted to make sure that our members can read the mission statement and make it more easier in understanding the mission statement. So the current statement reads, TIL Incorporated is a 501(c)(3) nonprofit women's organization grounded in Islamic tenets throughout the United States and abroad that utilizes collective resources to promote empowerment through philanthropy and humanitarian work, service and volunteerism, and educational research and development that will enable individuals and families alike to see opportunities instead of obstacles in the enrichment of their world. The proposed revisions are if you notice, you will notice that there were some changes in the red. So you're looking at the changes that are in the red. So the proposed change, TILMW Incorporated is a 501(c)(3) nonprofit women's organization grounded in Islamic tenets throughout the United States and abroad that utilizes collective resources to promote empowerment through philanthropy and humanitarian work, semicolon. Service and volunteerism, semicolon, and educational research and development that will enable individuals and families alike to see opportunities instead of obstacles in the enrichment of their world. The changes, as you can see again, is the red, or they're highlighted in red. At this time, I will turn it over to Madam President to proceed with the vote.
Alhamdulillah. Afwan. Thank you, Sister Varsity. And at this time, we will have a call for questions. If anyone has any questions or comments related to the proposed revised mission statement.
Sister Afra has her hand raised.
Yes, Sister Afra.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
The word abroad, I just think that we could say globally, because we're trying to do international things. So globally is usually a word that you hear more often than abroad. That's just my take on it.
All right, thank you very much.
The Bahia.
Sister Bahia.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I submitted a proposed change, and this is not it. In the one that I submitted, there's a period after Islamic tenets, and then I made 3 or 4 separate sentences. I don't have a copy of it right in front of me, but looking at this is still very complicated and hard to read. The item that I submitted breaks it down, as I said, into 4 sentences, which gives you a natural place for your breath to stop and whatever.
Thank you very much, Sister Bahia. And we were in receipt of your recommendation. The board actually discussed it vigorously. And Sister Varsity, do you have any more input into that? That development of the discussion of the proposed mission statement.
Yes, Madam President.
Thank you.
One of the concerns that was raised in the proposal is the fact that everyone is going to read the mission statement in a different way. I understand that there are breaths that needs to take for some, we understand that there are breaths that may be taken in different places. What the board has decided to do is look at it objectively and grammatically, keeping in mind how people will read the mission statement. So based off of that, we have decided that we don't want to change the content of the narrative that we're trying to display to all of our readers or to the women in the communities that we're trying to reach, or anyone who is reading the mission statement should be able to understand it. So changing the content was a little bit difficult in some areas. So we try our best to make sure that we can accommodate all the recommendations that was made without changing the actual language of the mission statement. So with that, the executive board took a vote, and this was the consensus that we came up with based off of the executive board moving forward with the mission statement.
All right. Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Sister Varsity. I think at this point, what we are going to do, and I will need a motion for this, is to table the discussion of the proposed mission statement, because we do have a recommendation that has come from the floor, and we will return as a board to discuss this with the recommendations. So at this time, I would like to have a motion to table the discussion of the proposed mission statement until our next board meeting.
This is Sister Varsity. I move and make a motion that we tailor this discussion for later approval.
Could we have a second, please?
This is Sister Naima Karen Gall. I make the second the motion.
Madam President.
I'm listening.
She said tailored instead of tabled.
Exactly. Thank you for that correction.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. All right. And so we have a motion and a second to table the discussion of the proposed mission statement until our next meeting. All of those in favor, please take the opportunity to vote.
Madam President, while we're voting, do we have an opportunity to submit any additional ideas? Will that tabling allow us to have the opportunity to submit additional recommendations?
4 seconds on the clock.
Absolutely, my sister. And
Time's up.
Thank you, my sister. In terms of the voting is over. But in answer to your question, and to whom am I speaking?
This is Sister Naima Karen Gall.
All right, thank you, Sister Naima. Yes, ma'am. And the procedure is to submit your recommendation to your chapter president, and the chapter president will submit it to the board.
Thank you.
And thank you. All right, Sister Adria, could we please have the results? Sister Adria?
I have a unique situation. I have a microphone attached. Thank you for your patience. It started, when the minutes finished, it was 29 people had approved. It's now 26. So I will take the first minute calling. It was 29 that approved to have this
Yes.
mission statement taken back to the board.
Thank you. And so the motion carries. We will table this topic of the mission statement to a later date, which will be known by all of the chapters. Thank you so very much. And at this time, my sisters, at this time, I don't know if we have a full agenda. We have a guest speaker that is waiting to come forward. So at this time, I would like to ask if Sister Vicky would come forward to close our meeting.
Okay, thank you, Sister Brenda. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to Sister Tenora to give us our closing prayer.
Sister, excuse me, I misspoke. And definitely was out of order. I would like to ask for a motion to adjourn our meeting, the 2022 annual conference annual meeting.
This is Sister Afra. I move that we adjourn our 2022 annual meeting at this time.
We have a second.
This is Sister Farah. I second that motion.
It's been moved and properly second that we adjourn our meeting. All those in favor, please indicate so now.
Sister Brenda, may I add, if you've voted, please don't touch it. Don't touch it. If you've made your reaction, don't touch it because we can't get a solid number. It will show up right in the participant screen. Thank you.
Thank you. Sister Anisha?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here. I got time.
Is it on? It's on. Am I unmuted?
Yes, you're unmuted.
Sister Adrian.
Time's up.
All right, thank you. Do we have the results?
Yes, ma'am. Motion is passed by 30 votes to end the meeting.
Thank you. The motion carried, and we will adjourn our meeting. Thank you so much, sisters. And now, if Sister Tenora, will you close us, please, appropriately?
Man Rahim, Kuliaudu Birabinas, Maliki Nas Alehi Nas, Min Sharo Waswasilicanas, and Ladi Waswi Sufi Sodorinas, Menal Janati Wanas, Amin.
Brenda, you on mute. We can't hear you.
Thank you, my sisters, for everything, for your time, your efforts, and your goodly nature and patience. Assalamu alaikum until next year. And very quickly, Sister Varsity, do you have something to tell us? Quickly.
I'm sorry, Madam President.
Do you have something to tell us about 2024?
23.
2024.
One second, please.
Sister Varsity?
Yes, ma'am, we're here. Welcome to Philadelphia in 2024. Yay!
Alhamdulillah. So we will be celebrating our annual 2024 conference in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, with our excellent, busy, wonderful chapter there. And sisters, you want to know what happened to 2023? We're working on it. We're working on it. You will hear from us very, very soon.
Alhamdulillah.
Hold tight, sisters. All right. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Warahmatullah.
Okay, sister.